Yo, what is up guys? So if you currently see, I'm actually second on the leaderboard for my country in trading, and I have 720,000 tokens earned, which I'm pretty sure means I know how to actually trade in the new update. Now it's not out yet, this is all testing server, so some of these may be a little bit different when the main game actually updates, which it was delayed, sad. However, I'm basically going to go over all the ways to trade, like the different rarities and why the wrap that they actually have. So swords have the wrap, which is how much it's worth, isn't always the most reliable, and pretty much a bunch of other tips and tricks like in my country on the things, which is kind of a big flex, so I think you should actually listen. So the first thing is actually just straight up claiming your booth. Down the bottom you get way more people than if you're like up the top, so definitely try to get a booth down the bottom. I got mine, I lost it. This is my booth over here, and as you see, 750,000 earned. I've also managed to get quite a fair bit of swords with this. So the first thing up is actually the limited swords. So the best way to actually sell your limited swords is, so if I look at my limited swords now, I have a fair bit. For like rose bow, there's the black ninja ones, there's the blade of the fallen king, and the best way to actually sell your limiteds aren't based off the wrap, but are based off how like rare they are. Like the black ninja katana has a wrap of 2.8k, but people are buying them for around 3.5k. So the best thing to do is actually make the price a bit higher than the wrap by like almost half of it, like 50% more. So for this, I'd put it about 3.5k to sell, and this one, which is only worth 360, should be worth around like 400 to 500, and you actually sell. That way you're actually making a profit, and it's a little bit higher. And because they're limited, people want these swords, like they have specific swords that they're after, so they're going to spend a little bit more for this. Now some swords are like this one here, the wrap was like kind of messed up because people kept buying them for hundreds of thousands, so you can't really rely on this. But once like the dual blossom scythe, so about double this, it would be worth like 7.5k to like maybe 8 if you're pushing it. And if people aren't like demanding it, so if people don't actually want your swords, because if you're like racking up a lot of these, like I've got a lot of these for 8k, so you're gonna have to like lower them, because obviously maybe they've been brought so much that it's just not good. However, then you have swords which are worth way more, like for the dual yin yang great sword. So this is worth 14k, but I have it on sale for 25k, which is a fair bit more than what it should be. Yeah, so if your swords are high on demand, like lots of people are buying them, for like more than what they are, then just up the price by like 50% of what it normally is. The only thing I would say with the limiteds is to never put the price lower than the wrap. Never do that for the limited swords, I would probably say. It's safe to say that if you put it under wrap, people will instantly buy it. However, then you would be like not making as much, unless it's like the dual abyss blade, which somehow has a 92,000 wrap, even though it's like it's really bad. I think this sword's actually been like going for like 2k, not much. Yeah, but never put it below the wrap, because like new players will see the wrap and instantly try to go for it. The worst thing I've seen people doing is putting it for the exact value. So if I was to go ahead and list one of my swords, like let's see the black ninja one, you can see the exact value there, the 2821. If I was to sell it for that, that'd be a terrible idea. Don't do it for the exact one, do it for like just a little bit. So instead of 2821, do like 29 if you're really desperate. Yeah, so that's for limited swords. They're by far how you're gonna make the most money. The next up is all of these random swords. So you have like the epic swords, or the unique ones, which they're called, and these swords, like some can be good, like the dual nebula staff and like the hellfire. These are like some decent good swords. However, I just got a sale for a bunch. Like the lunar fan is really rare, even though it's only a unique, so definitely like try to get these, obviously. However, these are like, they can be split into two categories, like the skeleton cutlass for one, or like I don't know if I have any like crazy good ones. I think I've sold them all. Yeah, like the nebula staffs are pretty good for like 400. Basically for the unique swords, they can come in like two different varieties. They can be really good, worth more than like limiteds, like the galaxy nunchucks here for 2.2k. You're gonna want to treat these like the limited, so put this one on sale for like 3.5k, maybe 4k if you're really looking for it, because people are buying these have really high demand, especially the unique ones that were like super hard to get. I don't think I have any great examples. I guess the devil's katana, yeah, the devil's katana is a really good one. The triple one was really sought after, so it's going to be worth a lot. So I'd put this for like maybe 4k even if I had the triple one. I don't think I have the triple one. It's really important that you know the difference between like the limited looking unique ones and just the bad unique unique ones, because for unique ones I honestly will like lower the price even a little bit. So the cyber sickle, it's not really that demanded, so I would honestly put it for 700, the exact price for the uniques. I might even go a little bit lower at like 550 or 555, because it's not the greatest and people aren't going to go out of their way to buy it if it's for more than the wrap. Yeah, but like the Soulless Katana should be treated as a limited, which should not be less than the wrap. Everything else, like no one's really gonna buy an Evelyn Moonblade for 574. Maybe for like 500 I'll buy it, but if you're just looking for money, then I wouldn't go lower, because otherwise you're gonna like start stacking a bunch of these useless stuff. Like people are selling their uniques, but no one's actually buying them. Everyone's just trying to make money to buy limiteds. No one's really gonna go out of their way to buy a whatever this is edge. Yeah, so that's basically how uniques work. They're basically separated into two categories: uniques that should be limited, and maybe uniques that are not very good. Yeah, and now we have the secret swords. Now the secret swords are kind of different, because it kind of depends on how many kills you actually have and if they're awakened. If they're awakened, they're going to be worth way more. This one's kind of glitched out. I don't know why it's worth so much, but if you keep buying them for like the right price, so the secret swords for the price, if they're awakened, you should definitely put it a lot higher. So the Kraken's Wrath, so I don't actually think I have any awakened swords, which kind of sucks. Yeah, no, I don't have any awakened. It's crazy. However, for the secret swords, because you can get them from crates, I wouldn't actually, I put mine at around, so if I was to sell my Forgotten Scythe for 5.2k, I would probably put it around only 3k to actually sell. So about like 70% of its actual worth. If it's awakened, I would sell it for like 6k maybe. However, it's just a process of actually awakening it. People do not like to do that. The Anchor Crusher for 108, like these limits, like the secrets that are still in the game are not worth much at all, so just sell them for what their wrap is. Things like the Emerald Katana, which somehow has a low wrap. This one, it looks really cool. Why is it so low? Anyway, this one's like it was only in the game for a little bit, so its wrap would be worth like a lot more than what it says on screen, because its demand will be a lot higher, as well as like ones that aren't in the game will have a much higher demand than what it actually sells for. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the swords. I don't think I've missed out on any swords. Oh, and all of these normal swords that you can get from crates are completely worthless. No one's buying those or selling those. One more thing about your limiteds, if there's a limited quality, so I have the shark one favorited, so my shark one, it says it's 10.6, however, because it's limited quality and you can only buy 6k of it, or I think it's like 5k you can only buy, sell it for a lot more than what it says as for wrap, because it's limited. So like 15k would be good for this. Yeah, okay, so now we're going to talk about the emote, which doesn't have a tab here. Oh yeah, also a new emote wheel was added. You can have 3 emotes. That's kind of cool. Emotes are sought after more than swords in my opinion. I made most of my money from emote, and pretty much how emotes work, they have a wrap a bit lower. Some of them are untradeable, kind of sucks. However, emotes are split into basically a lot or really bad, all the free ones. So for emotes, I normally have them just above how much they're actually worth. So this Princess Katana I just set for 300. This Element Mark for, well, it's actually, this is found in AFK Arena, which is really bad, so only 400 for this. If you're able to get them in-game currently, make it a little bit lower. If you're not able to get it, make it a little bit higher. That's pretty much it, except if they're like limited. This just sell for 10k, kind of round up, because it's a limited emote and it's kind of like worth about what it is. So pretty much if you're able to get it and it's like got a high wrap, like Scary Cat, you can't get it anymore, but it has a high wrap, so people are more willing to buy it. So you set this to about 650 because it's limited and you can't really get it, or it was like a unique one that you got from an event or something. The limiteds are obviously worth a lot more because they're limited stuff and people buy them. There have been some going for like a lot, like 9k I showed up earlier. However, there's also some that aren't going too well, like these random Eclipse ones. So if I just run around right now, I'll probably be able to make a bunch of great deals. Like this Frost Dragon is actually set at a pretty good price. Actually, good job whoever made this booth. Except, wait, okay, why is that worth 95,000? Okay, some of it's a glitch. It's still the test realm. And because the test server is it's kind of weird right now. This guy has a pretty good idea on what to actually do. He said it just a bit below because these aren't really good swords that are sought after. I'm pretty sure that's every tip I can kind of give. Another thing is to actually just emote next to your slot. Is if you do like a really loud emote, people are going to run over to you going, what is this guy emoting about? And then they'll look at your booth and go, oh, look, prices. And then they'll look for it. For the amount of swords to have, I have way too many swords right now. I would honestly settle for like 30, 50 swords maybe. And don't sell swords that are like worthless. Like, no one's really gonna buy this katana. I know this is my booth. I was AFK, but no one's really gonna buy this katana, so just remove it. If no one's gonna buy a sun flare pop, just remove it. No one's buying these random swords. Yeah, but that's pretty much all I could give you as tips and tricks on what to actually set your prices as. Don't stand up here if you're emoting in AFK, because when people can't see prices, and that's really annoying in my opinion. However, just set like a nice small emote, so just like this, people will see you, maybe run over to your booth and look at it. Oh, if you hover over the names, it changes. No, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, but just run around and see people with prices that aren't the best or lower than yours, and yours are getting sales, and go ahead and just buy theirs. I might make a video on how to own best ones to actually buy. However, if people are selling like the Phantom Blade, this has a 153. It's limited and it's only worth 100. That's a pretty good deal in my opinion. It looks pretty good, so I'll go ahead and buy that. This one I know is doing bad right now, so you can kind of guess if they're selling it for super cheap with a high wrap, it's probably not the best and a scam. So this one is worth 320,000 somehow. So don't go ahead and buy those. I think that's every tip I could kind of give in this video. I was going to showcase all the new limiteds, however I wasn't able to actually get them because there was a glitch. I will probably show that. Anyway, if you actually want to join a trading Discord, you can. It will probably be in the comments below. If I didn't forget, the devs have actually made a trading Discord. Oh, also if you get this glitch where like this thing is stuck on your screen, just press escape and it's pretty good. And also don't sell swords for over 1 million because nobody has that money. I'm number 2 in my country right now, and I can't even afford like this. Anyway, that's all. Please like, subscribe, and comment down your username down below because I'll be giving away a sword. I've been a bit busy, so sorry. And I should catch you all in the next video. Goodbye.